Hey guys, so the data download happened and we have all the new characters in the game. Banner should be out in about an hour and a half from me recording this video, but the PvP maintenance I think actually goes a little bit longer than normal today, so not going to be able to immediately put up the showcase right after the summons are done, just because again the maintenance just goes on for technically it's until 6 a.m. or 6 p.m. my time, which should be 5 a.m. Eastern, I believe. No, sorry, 4 a.m. Eastern. 4 a.m. Eastern. So yeah, it's you know, it's going to be a bit of a gap between when I upload the summons and showcase, just because of the maintenance there. But I already did a video going over this character because they released their the official breakdown video that shows all of the details. But we can take a look at like the stats and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and see what we're working with here. So they are a yellow tag character, ranged type. Let's go ahead and press this. All right, so the first thing to keep in mind is that these are the stats without the title boosts. So stats are going to be a little bit higher than what you see. So I guess first we can talk about the defenses. Those definitely seem very good. So what is that? For defenses, you like to add on like 3,000 to 4,000, I would say. So like 172 to 173 strike defense, and then like 175 to 176 blast defense. That is very good. I'll take that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Offenses, I guess this is the one issue I have with this character in general, is the fact that they are a very heavily blast-oriented character, both in what they want to be doing with their kit, and then obviously we can see now the stat differential is pretty big. It's not massive, but it's, you know, they have 15,000 more blast attack than strike attack. With the title boost, I imagine the blast attack stat will be somewhere around 263. Strike will be at like under 250. It's gonna be at like 248 or something. Yeah. I mean, the main issue with that is just none of the teams in the game, none of the, like, you literally take a look at like every single character that's come out this year, besides like Blue Kaioken Goku. They're pretty much all strike based, and I guess maybe Bardock too. So it's tough. It's like the game has just been super heavily pushing strike-based characters that you release a blast-based character now, and it's like, well, where's their home? Like, where's their main team going to be where you can really make a blast build for them? And I guess, yeah, the androids could also be blast-based as well if you build them like that. But we'll see. I think they're good enough to the point where they don't really need to be forced to be on like a super blast heavy team. Like if you build like a balanced team where some of your Z abilities are buffing strike, some are buffing blast, you probably can make it work just because this character's that good, I think. But that is, I guess, a downside to them. Look at all the teams they're on. Vegeta Clan, Hybrid Saiyan, Future, God Key, Saiyan, like 5 really strong teams. Very, very good. I guess we'll talk about just the main things here. Anti-blast armor on the blast card. They reduced the cost for their blue card on the strike card here. Their blue card is pretty good. Just does a lot of damage. Draws a blast card after you use the blue card. 40% extra damage, minus 40% enemy sustained damage cut. The green card on the trunk side actually draws you blue cards twice. Gives you key, gives you damage inflicted. And then if your HP is below certain amounts, you get extra healing and advantage gauge restoration for the trunk side. On the Vegeta side, Vegeta draws a blast card and gets a little bit less key instead of drawing a blue card, which is just definitely worse than the Trunks side of things. But I think when it comes to the actual abilities, I think Vegeta does have the slight edge in terms of what he's doing. He has permanent card draw speed, whereas Trunks does not. And then Vegeta is also stacking up tons and tons of damage. Whenever Vegeta uses a blast card, let me actually see this. Yeah, every time this character uses an arts card, he's getting 5 key, 10% damage for 5 counts, and then 10% damage for 30 counts. And then in the second unique ability, he's getting an extra 10% damage for 30 counts whenever he uses a blast card. So he's technically getting 30% damage every time he uses a blast card. 2 of those instances are lasting for 30 counts. 1 of them's lasting for 5 counts. So this Vegeta is going to be stacking up all that damage, and then when you tag into Trunks, it's going to remain on the character because it lasts for so long. And then you got all these other effects on here as well. So this character is just really, really good, really strong. I don't really see a world in where they're not going to be one of the most used characters here. So And then Z ability wise, they also have like a similar Z ability to what we saw with the Super Saiyan 4s, Beast Gohan. So overall, they seem really strong. We'll just have to see how they adapt to the Super Strike Heavy meta. Something else to, I guess, mention really quick as well is if we look at like every single major release pretty much in the past like 6 months almost every single release had blast armor, right? The green Trunks has blast armor. Cooler has blast armor. Ultra Broly has blast armor. Beast Gohan has blast armor. The Tag 4 is blast armor. So it's like, this is the first major release we've had in a really, really long time that doesn't just have blast armor on strike cards, which might make it a bit more difficult to just gain priority from a neutral standing. But again, I think they'll be good enough. All right, let's take a look at Zamasu. I've not seen this guy at all. He is a defense type, so I don't really expect his stats to be too great. In terms of offense, yeah, those are terrible offensive stats. Okay. But defenses, so he's going to be at like, what, 174, 175 strike defense, and then like just over 170 blast defense. It's not horrible for a defense type, but it could have been a little higher just considering how bad his offenses are. Holds a strike and a blast, God Key, Future, Regen, powerful opponent. So 4 good, usable teams. That's good to see. Heavy bleed on strike, normal blast. The blue card is God Splitter. This is a projectile-based blue card. Deals massive slice damage, applies falling effects to enemy upon activation. Upon activation, okay, so it doesn't even if they dodge, this will still activate this. Minus 50% health restoration, 15 counts. Plus 20% to slice damage received, and then 100% chance to inflict extreme bleed. Okay, definitely not too bad. All right, the green card. So I believe is this a counter? I think so. Yeah, nullifies enemies' tap actions and strike arts upon activation. So this is a counter. Okay, so here's my stance on green card counters like this or blue Gogeta, right? This is just like you're giving up having a stop time green card effect for this, so the effect on this better be insane. So Gogeta Blue 2 years ago had a pretty insane counter green card effect. If you want your green card counter to be good, that's kind of the effect you kind of have to have, right? So let's see how they do this. All right, applies the following effects to self upon activation. So even if you miss, I guess. Restores ki by 50, and then cover null for 5 counts. Okay, and then the following effects occur on hit. Draws 1 new card, minus 80% enemy sustained damage cut effects for 10 counts, and that's comboable. So if you land this counter, you're getting 50 ki, you have cover nullification for 5 counts, you draw a card, and then you, I guess, don't care about 80% of the enemy sustained damage cut for 10 counts. Is that good enough? I will probably say I would like a little more on this. I think something that can make this really, really good is if they gave this sub count down. That could be really powerful. Like you get this counter off, and then you make use of the 5 counts of cover null, and then you switch into somebody else, right? I mean, a lot of times I feel like the 5 counts on that is going to be enough so where you could buy time to bring somebody in anyway. But if you're like stuck with Zamasu and you land this counter, obviously, it would be helpful if it reduced sub count. So I don't know, something extra. I feel like it's good, but again, you have to actually land this, and you're sacrificing this character not just having a traditional stop time green card, which is super powerful. So I don't know. I honestly, I would have liked a little bit more on this counter here. All right. Main ability, randomly destroys 2 of your own cards and draws a strike and a special. Oh, he draws a green card with his main ability. Okay. That does actually matter too. So if you're like, let's just say you're in mid-range. Actually, okay, if they're doing this, then I'm actually fine with how they designed this green card. Just because there's so many different instances where it's like, if you're in, like, let's just say you're close range and you press the main ability and you see an exclamation point, I mean, that's pretty much a guaranteed hit on the counter. So this is the fact that you're drawing the green card from this main ability makes it way easier to actually land it. So that does actually make sense. Restore ally health by 20%, ki by 50. Cancels own attribute downgrades in normal conditions. Seals enemies blast cards for 3 counts. Okay. Z ability. 35% tag, future or god key or regen. Blast attack and strike defense. And then 18% to tag powerful opponent base blast defense during battle. All right. Undying Flesh applies the following effects to self when battle starts. 90% damage inflicted, reduces damage received by 50%, gradually restores health each timer count that is permanent. Following effects occur upon landing a strike or a blast arts hit. 10% own health restoration for 10 counts. 10% to allies health restoration for 10 counts. Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade plus 15% of damage received for 10 counts. Okay. I'm really liking the allies health restoration buff. It only lasts for 10 counts, but if you just land like 3 cards and then switch into a character like Ultra Broly who's healing every time he switches in, like that's gonna actually matter a lot. Applies the following effects to enemy every time when hit with an enemy's arts attack while this character is on the battlefield. Reduces enemy ki by 30. Okay, so that's kind of like Superhero Pan. But this is 30. I think she only, what does she do? 15? This is 30, but this is only once. And then it resets whenever he switches out, I guess. Reduces ki by 20. Activates twice. Does that stack? That sounds ridiculous. If that stacks, because think about this. You're getting hit once by the opponent, and you're reducing their ki by 50 and then 20. That is insane. What? I'm reading this again. Applies the following effects to enemy every time when hit with an enemy's arts attack while this character is on the battlefield. Reduces ki by 30, reduces ki by 20. Yeah, that's what it says. That's what it says. So you're reducing their ki by 50 and then 20. That is insane to me. And that's going to reset if you switch out and then switch back to this character. Okay. Additional plus 20% of damage inflicted by allies if own remaining health is 50% or below. So that's just, that kind of reminds me of like LF Full Power Freeze's support ability, right? His HP goes below 50% and then he gives the whole team a buff. And then he has endurance. So yeah, that's a good thing to note as well. He has endurance. Okay. All right. Second unique ability. The following effects occur when this character enters the battlefield. Reduces damage received by 20% for 10 counts. That's really good. Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade. -1 arts card draw speed level for 5 counts. That is really good as well. Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade -40% to special move, ultimate, and awakened arts power for 10 counts. This guy is, yeah, they built this guy perfectly almost, I think. There's not really much else I would really ask for on the character like this. Look how much is left. Applies the following effects to self when enemy switches characters while this character's in the battlefield. He heals by 3%, restores ki by 30, and then he gets card draw speed. So in most instances, this is not a character that's going to be forcing your opponent to switch just because he's not really doing much in terms of offense. But I see this more often activating on the opponent's priority, where they're comboing you and they want to switch into a different character. So I don't really know if the ki and card draw speed is going to matter on this as much as just the healing. So not really that big of a fan of this mechanic, but it's just extra healing, I guess. Applies the following effects to self every time 3 timer counts while this character's on the battlefield. Yeah, that's that's LF Kid Boo's mechanic. Restores ki by 15, 10% damage inflicted, activates 7 times. Yeah, this is like the Kid Boo / LF Bardock mechanic. Ki is nice. Getting 15 ki every 3 timer counts. That's nice. Shortens own subcount by 1 every time. Oh, he has that as well. That's the like Revival Cell LF Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta ability too. Yeah, this guy's crazy. This is what the hell is this? What this? Like this paired up with this. Dude, this guy to me seems probably like easily the most offensive character in the game. Pretty free, honestly. All right, that seems pretty insane. We also do have some EX characters. I'm not going to go into mega detail here. We'll just see what they do. I don't really expect them to be doing too much because they're EXs. Yeah, look at this. You think this guy has good offenses? Dude. All right. Sure. Normal strike and blast. This is a charging forward blue card. Major impact damage. Shorten subs count by 5 to self for 10 counts. All right. Restores ally health by 10%. Shortens ally sub count by 2. Inflicts enemy that should be downgrade. -1 arts card draw speed. No key on there, so it's kind of bad. Restores health by 20%. 40% to damage inflicted for 60 counts. 70% to rising rush damage. Sure, that's obviously, I think, good, but I could just alternatively, hear me out, I could alternatively bring a character that's better and will always kill with a rush anyway, right? I don't know. Future God Key or Element Green. Strike and blast defense. And then 18% to Saiyan or green strike attack. Why green? This guy has like a bunch of good teams. Saiyan, Sun Family, God Key, Future, and they chose green. All right. Okay. Does extra damage to blue, 90% damage, 80% damage, reduced damage received, 20% health restoration. Okay. Following effects occur when this character enters the battlefield, reduces damage received by 10%. Destroys 1 enemy card, seals special, so he seals green cards, and then for 5 counts. When this character is defeated, he gives death buffs, 30% damage inflicted, and then 40% to Q recovery. That's good. Death buffs are strong. So when he changes cover, he draws a green card. 20% damage inflicted by allies for 30 counts. That's pretty good. 30 counts is a long time. Destroys 3 enemy cards, but only activates once. Reduces enemies' Dragon Balls by 1, activates 3 times, cancels enemy attribute upgrade. This guy's doing a lot on cover change. Okay. Following effects occur when this character enters the battlefield. There is a defeated enemy battle member. Hate that ability. 40% damage inflicted, 30% allies Q recovery, inflicts enemy that should be downgraded, plus 10 to special move arts cost. Yeah, he's pretty bad. All right, let's see what Vegeta's like. Red support type. All right, so at least if EX is going to be a support type, I could see them being pretty decent. Let's see. So actually, it's not horrible blast attack. Defenses are not good. I mean, he's going to have what, 162,000 strike defense at 14 stars with the title boost active. That's not good enough. Holds 2 blasts. All right, both normal, Gallic gun. That is super generic. All right, stop time green card, 10% HP, 50 key, okay. -10 to own special move arts cost. That's permanent, actually, okay. And then cancels allies attribute downgrades under normal conditions. It's not crazy good, but it's definitely better than Goku's, I think. Draw a special move arts card next. Restores own key by 50, 30% to the next special move damage inflicted. He actually gets his full Vanishing Gauge back and then shortens ally sub count by 5. This is actually not that bad of a main, I don't think. Getting your full Vanish back and shortening sub count and drawing a blue card, having enough key to use it, and you're increasing the damage that you deal with it. It's not bad. I don't think this is like a great main ability, but it's not bad. This guy's doing the same thing, but red, huh? Okay. Applies the following effects self when battle starts. 80% damage, 60% reduced damage received, 30% to the next special move damage inflicted. Following effects occur if there is a tag Vegeta Clan battle member other than this character in the party. 30% damage or special move damage inflicted, 20% damage inflicted by allies. Okay, nice. And then 50% to allies key recovery. That is pretty good. Following effects occur after enemy's attack is over. 30% damage inflicted for 10 timer counts. Shortens ally sub count by 2, activates 3 times, and then reduce enemy key by 15. All right. This guy's blue card should be hitting pretty hard. Just has a ton of different ways to buff it up. His main ability does. He just gets extra blue card damage for just entering the battlefield. And then if you have another Vegeta Clan battle member as well. He's getting even more special move damage. And then falling effects occur when this character is switched to standby. Restores ally health by 10%, activates 3 times. Honestly, at this point, just make this unlimited times. Like we've had Vados in the game for like 2-3 years or something at this point. Like it's fine. Just make it unlimited times. Restore ally key by 40. That's a lot. 40 key is a lot. Inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade, -1 arch card draw speed. Okay, nice. Falling effects occur if a tag Vegeta clan other than this character is a battle member. 10% of damage inflicted by allies for 15 timer counts. Okay. So yeah, I mean, he's supporting a decent amount. Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade, plus 15% of blast damage received. Applies falling effects to allies when this character is defeated, so he has death buffs as well. 20% and then 30% cure recovery. Okay, so the death buffs are not as good as Goku's, I would say, because he doesn't give damage. But health restoration could be okay. Cure recovery is not bad. Okay. I definitely like this Vegeta better than the Goku, but I wouldn't really say either one of these guys is going to make any kind of impact. Just unfortunate the way that they've handled EX characters. I just really don't like this system at all. But yeah, I think this character blew me away almost. Like when I was reading his, like this is, okay. Yeah. Let's take a look at if we got any new equipment as part of this update. I think we did get at least one. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, this is new right here. Let's see. I assume this is just going to be the new PvP equipment because the PvP season reset. Also, it's at the top of the list, which is typically where the PvP equipment are listed. So, all right. Yeah, we know it takes forever to load. This is amazing. All right, so this is for any future Trunks Saga character. So we have double blast attack and then HP. 12% HP. Typically, when we see equipment like this, it's 10% HP. This one is 12. That actually does matter. You know what? This actually isn't that bad. 27% blast attack and then 12% HP. That's not bad. I mean, I've been saying this a lot recently, but it's just because of the way that they've handled like awakened and unique equipment in this game. There's so many unique and awakened equipments now that in order for you to even consider like one of these normal gold equipments, they have to be like actually just ridiculous, like beyond insane almost. So if you're somebody who has access to like the best equipment, then this is probably not going to be something you use, but this is actually pretty good. Like if you're somebody who doesn't have a lot of the top tier equipment that's from unique equipment grinding or equipment awakening, then this is definitely on the table to be used, I think, by the Trunks and Vegeta. So seems pretty decent. Anything else that we got equipment wise? I don't know, because this is not a week where USTR did not reset. Okay, so I guess that's it. Let me know down below what you guys think of Trunks and Vegeta, as well as the ZAMASU. ZAMASU seems like he's going to be a really, really annoying character to fight. I don't think he's going to be as annoying as Pan, just because I think Pan's green card is definitely way better than the ZAMASU's green card. And also just the, I think the little lock-in, like the one, what is it, like the 2 count lock-in whenever you attack Pan like that, plus Pan goes type neutral. Like Pan, I think is probably still better than the ZAMASU, because I think Pan is supporting more damage, way more damage than this ZAMASU is. But this ZAMASU seems really annoying. Like he's definitely more defensive than Pan, which makes sense because he's a defense character. So we'll see how he does. Let me know down below what you guys think. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one.